Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here, and as you may know, Jeffrey Epstein knew some powerful people. Um, there's been more and more video footage of that initial Palm Beach raid being released. There was some interesting footage put out there by the local CBS media, and now Fox News is said to have obtained more of that footage. I've seen stills of a lot of this stuff. We're going to watch the entire 5-minute Fox News clip. There's a little bit of writing over it, but we'll stop it where we need to talk about some of the creepier aspects. But first, I want to go over the local CBS clip because that actually has a little bit different footage. It has some more insight. But yeah, one of these pictures does appear to show Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell meeting John Pope, or Pope John Paul II, which should be a surprise to nobody in the circles that this guy ran in. But first, there are a couple other noteworthy stories that we should be talking about in regards to Epstein. Just as recently, I believe as of today, John Doe begs judge not to name names in Epstein gal pal case. An anonymous man terrified he's about to be named in court papers related to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's alleged child sex trafficking ring is begging a judge not to release his name and identities of others accused because it could tarnish their reputations, according to a surprise motion filed Tuesday. Lawyers for the John Doe filed the letter Tuesday just before Epstein's self-proclaimed sex slave, Virginia Guffey Roberts, is expected to join her lawyers in court as they continue efforts to unseal thousands of pages of documents related to her civil lawsuit against the dead pedophile's alleged procuress. So right now we have about 2,000 plus pages, not documents out there. And I've gone over a ton of them. And remember, I've shown you parts that are still very, very blacked out and censored. I should bring that up right now. You know what? Let's see if I can find it really quickly. But you have to understand that a lot of this stuff is still blacked out. And this is only one lawsuit from one victim. There are many, 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 many more victims that have not been able to tell their stories publicly or have their court documents unsealed. So actually, I just brought it up here, all right? I want everybody to see 2,024 pages as far as I know, other than the new documents that have now been filed. Now, we've gone over a lot of these here. I should have zoomed out a little bit. But we've also gone over a lot of the blackouts. Now, some of the blackouts are really there to protect people. You know, protect people that don't want to be named, that aren't really associated, that are friends, that are family members. But some of them, perhaps here, where you see them blacked out on the, whatchamacallit, not her work records. So these are all Virginia Guffey Roberts, but the notes. And then you see large swaths under seal. See how that's under seal? Under seal. So there's still a lot to go in just these 2,000 plus pages that are out there. Let's make that clear. And this John Doe does not want to be named. I didn't lie to you. I told you that there were some important names, such as Governor or former Governor Bill Richardson, that were new of New Mexico. Former presidential candidate, Bohemian Grover. That was an interesting one. I told you it was really interesting that now we had more insight to other procurers, like ex-boyfriend Tony Figueroa, Ronaldo Rizzo, and his involvement. We then had Sarah Kalin, who'd already been named, Leslie Groff, Nadia Marcinkova, Adriana Ross. A lot of these people's names are out there, but that's only a very small portion of this network. And speaking of this network, I've told you that one of the ways that they entice these girls in, every girl wants to be a princess, or she wants to be an artist, or a model, or in the fashion industry. And that's how they got all these women. Another thing, I want to be a dancer. So they would use this dance studio under the guise of getting private lessons from this dance studio for Jeffrey Epstein. They would procure them as young sex slaves. Okay, that's how it works. That's how he would find these girls again and again and again and again through other girls that he would often use and abuse. Nadia Marcinkova, according to these documents, he bragged about buying her from her family in Yugoslavia. All right, let's get that straight. So again, I want to play the audio actually and the video of this portion of inside of Epstein's home, and then we're going to get into the Fox video.
Pads of paper and scribbled messages were found all over Epstein's home. Pictures adorn the walls like this one from what looks like a 1990s-era White House press briefing room. Epstein reportedly visited the White House during that period for a Clinton donor event. Also, there are photos of just Epstein surrounded by other snapshots of young women, some naked.
And by the way, one of those shots has now been shown to be Ghislaine Maxwell naked on a beach. I'm not sure if it's that one, but that is also now out in the press.
At the kitchen, police say they found reams of information, a handwritten phone message book of every powerful person who rang the billionaire. These scanned messages from a spiral-bound notebook appear to be those messages. We got them from troves of evidence prosecutors used against Epstein.
Oh, yeah, and we
Two
showed you
messages
just some of those.
are from a Donald Trump, followed by a New York number. Neither has a memo or date, but both are in a grouping of other messages from November 2004, around the time that Trump and Epstein reportedly had a falling out over a real estate deal. Then this, a message for Epstein that a George Mitchell called. A victim claims Epstein once arranged for her to have sex with former Maine Senator George Mitchell.
And he was yet another one of those big names that came out. So let's get into the Creep Fest's home, okay? And, just so you know, here's the headline. The still shot that they're using for this headline is the Pope John Paul II picture. The Fidel Castro one I can't make out whether or not Epstein's even in it, but it does appear that in the other one he is. And right here, again, we took the sound out, but there's obviously a picture of Epstein right there. I wish they didn't put the lettering all up in there. Let's see. Let's continue through this. More pictures. And there's a lot of nude photos and artwork and weird stuff around. I know that in the documents there was that talk that in the bathroom there were prosthetic breasts that he could grab onto. And there's that Clinton photograph that they were talking about and discussing at length. Of course, Fox News is going to zoom in on that. There's the Pope and there's Fidel Castro right there. That may be Ghislaine Maxwell meeting him or meeting Castro. That's a very big possibility right there. It's tough to tell. I wouldn't want to judge it from that. It looks that way, but again, there's no way to be sure. Okay? So let's keep going through here. Let's see, is the next one. So there's the Pope in them. That looks pretty convincing. So that looks like that is absolutely Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell meeting the Pope in that footage. Is this just going to skip over to that? I thought there was actually a lot more. I saw full footage. You know what? This might not be all the footage. Let's see if we can find more. Because the thing I saw, footage, Epstein's home, had a lot more in it. In fact, it had the dentist chair that they were talking about. Let's see. This has got to be part of it. Yes, this is the other one that I watched right here. So let's see if this one's going to open. We're probably going to have to cut the sound on it. Okay. Yeah. This one's a little bit longer. So, yeah, a lot of artwork and a lot of blacked out artwork. So, yeah, obviously that's a nude woman. And you're going to see that it's all over this place. All over this place. Yet another, abstract nude woman. And that's fine. I mean, I get it. This guy was obsessed with sexual activity. Here's another painting. A lot of this stuff looks like South American descent. I would assume that's a buttocks. There's also some weird male photographs of like chiseled parts of some guy. There's a woman who kind of has Ghislaine's features. Here's the bathroom. Some more stuff that's getting blacked out. We can't really see what it is. I'd love to see some of this stuff uncensored. If anybody knows where to get their hands on all this footage from the raid through, I mean, I guess by now an FOIA would do it, right? But if it's out there somewhere on the web, someone please send me all the uncensored stuff. Teddy bear, pretty creepy. Why do you have a teddy bear at a grown man's home with no children? Okay, think about that. That's a little bizarre, right? And remember, the art world is a big place for these people. You know, it's not only a place for movers and shakers in this bizarro pedo world, but it's also a place. Here's the guy stuff I was telling you about. It's also a place to launder money. Think about that. The art world's a real big opportunity to launder money. So that appeared to be a woman because they blocked out the chest there. Some more South American style artwork. We should be coming up pretty shortly on the dentist chair in a moment. But as you can see, the majority of this artwork, whether it's in the bathroom, whether it's in a bedroom, whether it's in a place where he works out, all of it has a sexual connotation. You know, all of it. Like, it's pretty rare that you see. This I thought was interesting. This looks like, you know, I'm not sure if that was Epstein, but it obviously looked like some kind of an African vacation. Here's some weird demon fingernails. I would have liked to see that photo, or at least a better shot of that photo to see if that was Epstein on some kind of a mission. Remember, he did that African mission with Bill Clinton. So there's the dentist chair, fully functional, very bizarre to have. I doubt that was just some weird sexual fetish. I bet you people were actually getting dental work done there. And for what purpose? Anybody's guess. So there you have it, guys. That is my video for today. I am going to try to bring up the old GoFundMe here. If you support me, if you like my work, please consider donating $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. It's how I do this 7 days a week. It's how we dive deep into the documents here. And if you're not subscribed, now is the time to do so. As you can see, there is a lot of material. In fact, we just hit the 500th video on the channel today. So make sure to thumbs this up, share it with others, make sure to subscribe, join that Burmese Brigade. And you can also follow me on Twitter. Remember, in the playlist section, I'm also a documentary filmmaker. All my stuff is for free. I'm not about left or right. I'm about right and wrong. This scandal especially involves both sides of the aisle. Anybody telling you different is a bald-faced liar, and I certainly try not to be that. So with that being said, guys, I love you, and I will see you on the flip side.